Students, title of today's lecture is MOSFET DC models, equivalent circuits. So in the earlier classes, we have discussed about the models, about DC models of MOSFET device. In today's lecture, we are going to develop equivalent circuits for those DC models. So in the beginning, let's review what we have learned so far. We have discussed that device models are nothing but they are mathematical or numerical relationships that relates actual voltage and currents of device at DC or low frequency. We have discussed that device models are normally of three types: DC models, small signal models, and high frequency models. DC models are most basic and most important models because all other models they are derived with the help of DC models. As far as MOSFET DC models are concerned, in the last lecture we have discussed the equations which are used in the MOSFET DC models. So now briefly we will look at those equations again. So you can see this is the symbol of MOSFET. It's a 4-terminal device, but source terminal is normally ground terminal, or you can say it is a common terminal. So that way we have 3 terminals left, but this bulk terminal that also in most of the situations is ignored, because in most of situations in circuits this bulk terminal that is connected to ground connected to source terminal. So there is no potential difference between bulk terminal and source terminal, and because of that this terminal doesn't make any changes into the operation of the device. So that's why most of the time the contribution of bulk terminals is ignored in the model equations, but that happens only in case of basic models. In the coming lectures and in the coming discussions you will see that it's important terminal and that affects the device operation, but in the beginning, at least for today, for simplicity, we will ignore this terminal, because I told you most of the time it is connected to the source terminal, right? We have two other terminals. One is gate terminal and other one is drain terminal. Gate terminal is normally our input terminal, and drain terminal is our output terminal. And when we talk about this gate terminal side, so the gate current normally is 0, because in the last class also, and we discussed, and earlier also, you know from the device physics behavior, that in case of MOSFET there is a insulating material, insulating layer between the gate terminal and the channel region, and since that region is insulating, so no current is possible through this. So irrespective of the amount of voltage or polarity of voltage applied to gate, in case of MOSFET device, gate current is always 0. So this is one important equation in the DC model of MOSFET device. Now if you look at the characteristics of a MOSFET device, the characteristics are shown here. Now this dotted line we discussed earlier also, that corresponds to the pinch off voltage, and the pinch off voltage is VDS is equal to VGS minus VT. So when our device is in this particular portion, when the drain source voltage is less than VGS minus VT, that is our ohmic region. So I should choose a different color here, maybe green color. So all this portion that corresponds to ohmic region, because here VDS is less than VGS minus VT. Okay, so this equation we will discuss later. Okay, so in this whole portion, when VDS is less than VGS minus VT, you can see here this condition is listed here. VDS is less than VGS minus VT, and of course it is positive because it is NMOS device, so it have to be positive, but less than VGS minus VT. In that condition we are in ohmic region, and in ohmic region equation of current is given by this equation. When the drain source voltage is greater than VGS minus VT, means when we are beyond a pinch off, let's choose maybe yellow color here. So all this portion, it's not yellow color is not visible, so let's take this red itself. Okay, so this portion, all this portion, that portion corresponds to saturation region here, and for saturation region equation of current is given by this part, this thing. Now here you can see, of course gate source voltage have to be greater than VT, but VDS, if you look here, it is greater than VGS minus VT beyond pinch off region, and it is saturation region. Now here on the bottom side you see another equation is listed that corresponds to the cutoff region. Cutoff region comes into play when your gate source voltage is less than threshold voltage. So then we are in the cutoff region, and when this condition appears, at that time drain current is 0, because in this particular condition when gate voltage is less than Vt, no channel formation takes place, so drain current is 0, right? So now you can see that all important regions of operation of MOSFET device, ohmic region, saturation region, cutoff region, they have been modeled with the help of these equations. So how the drain current varies when device moves from one region of operation to other region of operation, that behavior is listed or shown with the help of these model equations. Now after having understanding about the model equations, now we have to go to the next step, and next step is developing equivalent circuit for these model equations. So most of the time MOSFET device works either in ohmic region or in the saturation region. So we will develop the equivalent circuit for these two particular regions mainly. For other region, for example for cutoff region, that is very simple because drain current is 0. Now first let's understand ohmic region. What happens in ohmic region, that already we know. The equation of current, drain current, is given by this equation, and condition for the ohmic region is given here, right? Now in order to draw its equivalent circuit, we have to make certain simplifications in this equation. So you can see here the drain current depends on the gate source voltage, and it also depends on the drain source voltage. Gate voltage is on this terminal here, and drain voltage is at this terminal, right? Bulk terminal is being ignored and source is common. So the drain current depends on these two voltages. Sorry. We know that in case of ohmic region, drain source voltage is smaller than VGS minus VT. So if your drain source voltage is smaller than VGS minus VT, then of course this VDS by 2, that is much smaller than VGS minus VT, right? If VDS is less than this, then half of VDS definitely will be much smaller than VGS minus VT. It means this VDS by 2 in here in this equation, that is equivalent to 0 in this equation as compared to VGS minus VT. So since this part is equivalent to 0 as compared to VGS minus VT, so this equation will be modified something like this. This term will go because it is almost 0. So we have VGS minus VT, and here VDS is also left. Now you can see here this is simplified equation of drain current in the ohmic region. So if we draw its equivalent circuit, we have to understand it a little bit more. You see here the drain current is at drain terminal, this drain source voltage, that also is at the drain terminal. So we have discussed earlier that when we are working with this kind of situation, that current and voltages both are at same terminal, then that particular component is represented by a resistive symbol in case of equivalent circuit. So now, and this resistive component, that can be denoted by R or by Y. If we say it is denoted by Y, it is conductance parameter, and R is resistive parameter. So if you want to find out this resistive parameter, you know that is V by I, and here that is V is VDS and I is ID. So from this equation, if you find out VDS by ID, so you see here this whole part that will go other side, and here it was multiplied, so there it will come as 1 by whole this part, and the ID will come here in the denominator. So with these kind of manipulations, you can find out value of R from here. So the equivalent circuit will look like this. On the input side, you see this is gate terminal, and here this is source terminal. Source terminal is common terminal. On output side, there is drain terminal and source terminal because it is a common terminal. So input side, you see gate and source. Now you know that gate current is always 0. Gate current is always 0, so you can represent this with the help of this kind of open arrangement, open circuit. gate current 0 because there is a insulating layer between the gate terminal and the channel region, and since it is insulating, so it offers infinite resistance, and that is the reason for the 0 gate current. So that is represented with the help of this open circuit. Now more to the output side. Output side we have seen here, that is given by this equation, and it can be represented by R, and R is VDS by ID, and if you calculate VDS by ID from this equation, you will get this. So this R is subscript, you see, FET, field effect transistor. So this resistance is field effect transistor resistance, FET resistance, and it is given by this equation. So this whole, this is inverse of this part, right? Now you can see that what it indicates, this equivalent circuit indicates that MOSFET device can be considered as a resistance between drain and source terminal. The resistance, the value of this resistance depends on these parameters. You see all these parameters, K prime, W, L and VT, they are constant for a device. Only variable here is VGS. So it is a type of voltage dependent resistance. So drain, source, terminal, they offer a resistance whose value depends on the input voltage. So it is a voltage dependent resistance. So whenever in any circuit you need a voltage dependent resistance, there is a possibility that you can use MOSFET in ohmic region. Now you can see the value of this resistance is inversely proportional to this gate source voltage. It means if gate source voltage increases, value of this resistance decreases. So the behavior of this FET resistance, that is indicated here. On the y-axis you see this is field effect transistor resistance, means resistance between drain and source terminal. On x-axis there is gate source voltage, right? And you see here, when this gate source voltage, this dotted line is this corresponds to threshold voltage VT, right? So when your gate voltage is greater than VT, right, and when it increases, this field effect transistor resistance is decreasing. And it makes sense that because when your gate voltage is less than VT, at that time no conduction takes place because channel formation has not taken place, and since there is no conduction between drain and source, so drain current is 0, and that situation can be represented as infinite resistance. So that's why you see here this portion have almost infinite resistance. All this portion have infinite resistance because this curve going up, up and up, right? But beyond this VT, this resistance decreases when we increase the gate voltage. So anyway, the main conclusion here is that resistance value can be controlled with the help of gate voltage, or you can say it is a voltage dependent resistor. Now after having this discussion about the ohmic region, let's move to the saturation region. In the saturation region, you know, the equation of current is given by this particular equation, and the condition which a device have to satisfy for saturation is given here. VDS have to be greater than VGS minus VT. Now in order to draw its equivalent circuit, let's simplify this equation first. So you see here there is a factor 1 plus lambda VDS. So what we do, we take whole this part as one unit, and we multiply first this whole part by 1 and then by the second part. That way we open this bracket and we get this expanded form of equation. So when whole this part was multiplied by 1, we got this particular component, and when this whole part was multiplied by lambda into VDS, we got this second component, and this plus sign is here because of this plus sign, right? So that way we have simplified and expanded form of drain current in the saturation region. Now in order to go to the equivalent circuit, let's recall this equation. So we discussed this equation when we were discussing the journal DC model for any black box. So you see here where there we discussed that if this kind of equation is valid for any circuit or any system, then this particular component where you see this current is on the second terminal and here the voltage is on first terminal. If current and voltages are at different terminal, in that case that component have to be represented by a constant current source, and the value of this constant current source, that was Y22 V1, right? So that part we discussed in the, I think, first or second lecture, right? Because the voltage and current, they are at the different terminals. And if we go to this component, here you see I2 and V2, voltage and current both are at same terminal. So such components have to be represented by a resistive symbol. So here its value can be written in terms of resistance or in terms of conductance, or you can say Y parameter. Sorry. Now if you compare this equation of MOSFET here, you see here in this particular thing, so here ID, this first component, that depends on VGS, gate source voltage, and this is drain component, terminal. So if current and voltages are at different terminals, so this component have to be represented by a constant current source, right? And if you look at the second component, here there is VDS. We are assuming that gate source voltage is constant, so VDS. So VDS means drain voltage and drain current. Now current and voltage both are at the same terminal, so this component have to be represented by a resistive symbol. Now let's draw equivalent circuit. Equivalent circuit will look like this. On the input side, still it is same thing, because Ij is 0 in this condition also. Ig is always 0 in MOSFET. So the gate source, this is source common terminal. So Ig, this gate terminal and source terminal, this gap is shown as the open circuit. Now you go to this output side, this drain terminal, and this is your source terminal. Now drain current is going here. So since this equation have two different components, so two components are shown here in this equivalent circuit. The first component is this is constant current source, and second component, that is resistive component, that is coming here. Now here the second component is represented in the form of resistance. So if we represent it in the form of resistance, so the resistance means, resistance you know is always V by I, and V here is VDS and I here is ID. So now we are ignoring this component, ignore this component, and if you find out sorry, VDS by ID, so whole this part that will move to the other side of equation. So here it is multiplied by VDS, so other side it will be in the denominator, and ID will come here in the denominator, VDS by ID. So what you get RDS, this whole this is inverted, 2L by K prime W sorry, lambda VGS minus VT square. So you can see that the MOSFET is modeled as basically constant current source. Value of the current depends on VGS, gate voltage, means input voltage. So it is that's why it is known as voltage controlled current source. And the second component which is listed here, which is shown here, that is drain source resistance, and the value of this drain source resistance also depends on this gate voltage. Of course it depends on other parameters also, but most of these parameters, if you look at them, they are constant parameters, right? So only variable here, that is gate voltage. So gate voltage decides how much is resistance between drain terminal and source terminal, and how much constant current will flow between drain terminal and source terminal. Now I hope that you have sufficient understanding about the equivalent circuits. So how we got equivalent circuits from the DC equations of MOSFET device. So if you have any doubt, any question, you can discuss with me during the interactive sessions. In the next class we will discuss about, you can say, AC model or small signal model of MOSFET device. Till then, bye bye. Thank you very much.